Yo, what even is going on? I took off one day, and I come back to all this crazy, satanic even stuff. We'll get back to the satanic commercial that they put on the news in 1 minute, because what they're actually doing will scare the crap out of you. That is, if you're not protected. So Macron here has a eye, but it gets a lot crazier than just the picture you saw at the beginning, because one, geopolitically wise, but also after people were aware of his eye looking like that, he started wearing sunglasses to hide it later on. So why is he if he just got hurt, like there was an incident, then why would he be covering it up with sunglasses? This is not 2010, where you could walk up with very obvious sinister things happening and no one would know about it. Unrelated, I wonder what got in his eye. And geopolitically, it's crazy because there's a Norvis Ordo Seclorum going on. We just heard about Putin saying that he might nuke Europe, and then this right here happens. People like to point out particular eyes, but I'm telling you, it makes no difference. Obviously, he's got hurt. Then this commercial, this news station, showed a satanic broadcast in the middle of this. Now, I'm gonna tell you just how crazy that is and why. This does not happen by accident. They, the news, had the feed for this. You can't just pick up someone's feed. This isn't a radio. Say I'm reaching, but it's an obvious fact that this was displayed on purpose. If you're a Christian and you know how powerful the name Jesus is, then you have no problem. That is, if you call on it. And with the information I'm about to put out in the next day or two, everything is going to get wildly different. So it's very important to remember that fact I just said. This weird metallic dust is being found again in the air. Does that remind you guys of last year? The same exact thing happening? We're gonna go down a completely unrelated trail in 1 second. So this dust is being found on cars, on porches, really everywhere. Unrelated, of course, it's happening at the same time we're having this super dense, otherworldly fog pop up all over the country. This exact video was shot in California, I think, yesterday. This was Central California. And much like this story seems to be a repeat of last year, completely unrelated. Again, a completely different, unrelated subject. We have Japanese scientists which have created implants that glow a fluorescent green. Does that remind you of anything? Anything at all? And now, completely unrelated from this right here, and not related to this fog, this otherworldly fog either, people all across America are coming down with very weird sicknesses, and we have children and teenagers passing away from what they say is the flu. And they also say that we're not at the peak season yet, something unprecedented that we don't ever normally see. So I don't know, what do y'all think? As we have very real nuclear threats coming out, this is South Africa, Argentina's on fire, Greenland's about to be taken over.
It's taken over.
Venezuela is under our control and we're selling their oil. Just wait until you see what I gotta show you. We're not gonna get into Iran. Shut up until tomorrow, because there's many other voices that are coming out of the darkness that are telling us supposedly other weird things are happening. Again, not related at all, completely irrelevant. The US in 1984 owning South Africa? Greenland? What? South America? But watch this, I'll show you in a second. The advisor to Putin saying that they're going to nuke Europe. The Eurasian Union? How in the world would that happen? And we're not even gonna talk about the non-colored part, but if you know what that really is, then you know. Disputed territories? Or is it the Holy Land, the greater Holy Land? And you know about the sabotage of Argentina's fire supply. Or I mean their supply of resources to put out the fire. So not related to the map, when I saw this in South Africa, my mind was blown. And don't forget the disputed area, now we have threats coming from Iran to the president, supposedly. And then him on his show talking about how Putin's advisor said that they will nuke into Europe and Germany if the stuff with that one country kept going on. Not the white and yellow, the yellow and blue. And we've been having that doomsday radio go off constantly in Russia. So if you're ever wondering how the Norvis Ordo Seclorum is gonna work out, yeah, totally not this. Humanity has no idea what's going to happen. You know, decades ago, in the times past, we had people who spoke too much. What happened to them? They were framed. They implanted evidence and they were arrested. By the way, this is very real. The AI can now make video to where you would believe someone on FaceTime, not to mention they have audio to mimic people's certain voices. You know, last night I received very startling information from an insider who knows the systems and saw secret files. I'll be releasing a story on that tomorrow, so just know I'm happy, healthy, would never do anything out the norm. Back to the people of interest who will eventually get framed allegedly. It was years ago now when I said everything that's fake they will believe, everything that's real they will say is fake. We have AI music, AI movie, AI actors. Someone even said that I was AI. Fortunately for you, I was making videos before AI came out like this, although it's been around for a very long time. So in the past, they were framed. Nowadays, what if someone said something that just, certain people did not like, so they went and made AI evidence that could not be proven fake? We're entering the days of the singularity, as Musk said. The days that you will not be able to determine what's the system, and everything will be the system. So many people are noticing this very weird mark or brand on Erica Kirk's hand. That's gonna get pretty wild. It's weird because it seems to take different forms at different times. Very suspect. Now, we're getting into two different things. First, people say that it's the Alpha and Omega symbol. But let me show you something really quick. Somehow in this picture, and this picture, this is the NXIVM brand or symbol put on all the people in the cult. The victims, shall I say. You can't tell me that's not the NXIVM symbol. I'll add, that's definitely not the Alpha symbol for Alpha and Omega. This is. It almost seems like she added the Omega part of the tattoo for some kind of reason. What's really odd is in certain places, it does appear to take on the Alpha and Omega symbol. Right here, but all the other ones are showing the clear NXIVM symbol. Let me ask you this. Is it possible that Eric knows Keith Raniere? Or moreover, the people that funded NXIVM? Yeah, the picture right here in the middle, that's wild considering what we're talking about. So Keith Raniere was the leader of NXIVM. It was a cult that promised basically fame, rising, personal development. And many people in this cult were actually on very popular TV shows back in the day. Hawaii Five-0, Smallville. So the question is, was being part of this cult an offering for a way to fame? We do know, besides her modeling, she was also an inspiring actress. So that's odd we'd have this same mark from NXIVM allegedly appearing on her hand, as Keith Raniere was helping people in their careers. Now, the Bromfin family was known to really supply and get NXIVM started, including $150 million of capital. I'll let you pause and read. Trust me, this gets really weird and coincidental. Google's been really good at scrubbing information lately, but here's what we know. We know there's this weird symbol on her hand. Somehow it changes if it's not two different symbols on two different hands. We have a picture of her getting a white tattoo, but we definitely have the NXIVM symbol. NXIVM is known to push fame on people who join the cult. Keith Raniere, being the leader, was tied up in these circles. The Bronfman family was supplying them money to get them going. Why would they supply them money for a cult like this? The craziest part about all of this, NXIVM ran till 2018. A year later, Erica was on a reality TV show. What are the chances? Part 2 coming. So I just received some very startling information from an insider at Lockheed Martin, in which the papers and stuff that he was seeing, it actually tracks with everything that I've heard from whistleblowers and everything going on right now, and it basically spells out